face. I met her at a club. She twerk better when I'm heartbreak. Hey, hey, hood, wanna everything that I'm praying for.
We are set, ready to rock for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup, and these guys on your screen ready to rock as well. Some of the stars of today's game, and speaking of the game, let's get right to it. Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, they tried to give this home crowd something to cheer about early, but it failed. I don't know, maybe you try that on the road to get some momentum. What about here at home?
Would agree with you totally on that. I think at home, you don't ever want to put your fans in a position where they're questioning what you're doing. And right now, they have to be in the stand saying, why would we even do that? We're already behind you. You don't need us anymore. And this one, boy, an unsuccessful attempt, that could really change momentum of this game in a hurry.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You know, every time we talk with people about the most important quality for a quarterback to have in the NFL, what do they usually cite?
Arm strength.
Yeah, and that's really way down on the list. Accuracy is one of the bigger ones, maybe the foremost one. That's what he needed on that play.
Here's the longtime Jaguar. It's Fred Taylor. There he goes, left side. He's to the 15. Touchdown, Chicago. Fred Taylor, 47 yards. And the Bears are on the board first here this afternoon.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Jake Moody now for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Now he's free at the 35. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Khalil Herbert, 69 yards. And the Bears are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. That's a great response. You give up the first score of the game, but you go right down yourselves and get the equalizer.
I just had a flashback there. I remember playing in a game like that in college where one of my teammates had said in the media that week, the opposite team would be lucky to cross our goal line. They crossed it in the first minute of the game. On our first offensive play, we scored to answer back. Something similar to what we just saw there.
Very similar to what we just saw. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. It's an 89-yard kick return, and the Bears have taken the lead. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly.
Touchdown, Bears! Isaiah Likely. 27 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Moody for the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At their own 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. 13 yards on the play. And the Bears first down. First and 10, here's Pickett. Steps away to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at their 48-yard line. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he's going to get out of bounds at least. So the fake spike does yield a completion. But that's a big risk to run there. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Try him with Pickett here on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Now Pickett on 4th down. Odell Beckham Jr. with a diving grab. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 7. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. That is caught by Herbert. And boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Khalil Herbert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he's unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Here's Hester. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Out to his left. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. They'll try and run for it. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. First and 10, Taylor now. 53 yards on the ground for him so far.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. From the 29, here's the 2nd and 4. On play action, Allen, he'll buy some time right. And this is caught. He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Taylor will score. Touchdown, Chicago. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
The extra point try now for Moody. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
You ain't going nowhere.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Pickett will look to throw it here. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Pickett sets up play action. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
No way, you're kidding me!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here. Here we go. It's Pickett on fourth down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49, a gain of just 2. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Another carry for Herbert on second down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Pickett to throw on first down. This one taken in by Hester. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, Chicago! Devin Hester, 38 yards. And the Bears have got it back to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now with that, they could elect to take the ball at the 1 if they wanted.
Yeah, exactly right. They have options here. If they decide now to go for 2 after the penalty, the ball doesn't go to the 2-yard line as normal. They get the penalty, so that's half the distance. You put it at the 1. But if they decided they wanted to kick, they would just move the ball from the 15 to the 10, and they would kick it there.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he takes it all the way across the 40 before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On second down, it's Taylor. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he breaks free in the middle of the field. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Fred Taylor, 58 yards. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll go down at the 2-yard line. What a disaster there. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To the left side and caught by Hester. And he is out of bounds here. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Here's Beckham. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 126 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Allen off the play fake. On the move to his left. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To the air, Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Allen. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. So both teams trade touchdowns in the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Fred Taylor taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Now Moody for the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He might take this all the way. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Bears. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten that now. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Fred Taylor, 28 yards. And the Bears have opened up a 3-score lead as they pull away here in the 4th. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator. And they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter. And I don't see them looking back.
Moody good with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
You ain't going nowhere.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. On the move past the 40. Touchdown, Chicago. Justin Jefferson, 65 yards. And the Bears have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Here comes Devin Hester bringing it out. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Bears take over first down at their own 22-yard line.
All where that came from. Bring it on, boys. Bring it home. We got this.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On play action, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jordan Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Allen going to throw. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin 1st and goal already at the 5-yard line. Now Pickett. He's got it. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2 two-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephants?
Well, if you do it one bite at a time. Okay. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Bears get a bit closer. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as they'll try to get it to a 1-score game with a 2-point conversion. And that one is caught. So they convert here, and don't look now, but this one's back to a 1-score game. And hold the phone now. This game isn't over yet.
Not at all. Now, get the football back. That's the first thing. However you do it, get the ball back and then manipulate the clock with your offense because you've got to get the ball into the end zone.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And he is going to have the Bears first, and that should be the capper. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. sideline. It's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at